Okay, it is the 23rd of October, 2019. Jordan is very excited because it's almost Christmas in her world.
No, I mean
Even though it's like, God.
I'm not very excited.
All right. That's why we're excited, because it's almost Halloween.
I'm being a Skittle for Halloween.
A Skittle? That's cool. Will you take a picture and show me? I want to know what a Skittle looks like when it's you. All right, here we go. What's our learning goal? Learning goal.
I can create and use linear inequalities and graphs to model real life situations.
Good. And what's my why statement on this one? Presley Wagner.
Life is rarely equal. I want to be able to use the concept of greater than and less than to solve problems.
So life really is a big inequality problem. Please don't helicopter my rulers. Thank you. So with 332 gallons of usable fuel, the Grand Caravan, that's this type of Cessna, will fly for 4.6 hours at maximum cruising power with a 45-minute reserve. With full fuel, the Caravan can carry 1,700 pounds of payload. Reduce the fuel load to half and the power to best range cruise, and you can carry 2,800 pounds of fuel, or people and cargo, and cruise for 3 hours at 150 miles per hour on 47 gallons per hour. This is a real life inequality waiting to happen right here. Gas weighs 6.3 pounds per gallon. Each piece of cargo weighs approximately 50 pounds. I need to make sure the aircraft has enough fuel to travel at least 300 miles. This is, your brain hurts. I'm not asking you to do this, but I'm asking you to recognize that pilots have to work through stuff like this. Now, commercial pilots, they have people on the ground that are working through it. It's called weights and balances. People that work through it to tell them how much fuel to put on that aircraft. You think every time an aircraft leaves LAX, it's got a full tank of gas? Absolutely not. Well, they're not going to lose the fuel. It's just that, I mean, they still have it when they get there. But every pound of fuel they carry is costing them money to fly it. They're flying weight around. Every pound of weight on an aircraft is costing money. So you want to fly that aircraft as light as possible, because that's the cheapest way for it to fly. The trash on an aircraft costs them money. It's one of the reasons they clean it, is because extra trash on an aircraft, extra weight, is costing them in fuel. So all of this stuff goes into real life flight. We're going to work at a really, really fundamental basic level on inequalities. Why? Because someday maybe you're going to want to do stuff like this. Okay, so that's the buy-in for today. Boom. Today, when we're assigning variables, we'll do it in alphabetical order. So if I was dealing with cookies and sodas, I would go with X as cookies and Y as sodas. That's just the convention we're going to use right now for today. Here's our first one. Read it to yourself. Read it to me, Chris.
Work a total of no more than 40 hours at your two jobs. Outstanding base $5 per hour and your sales drop is $6 per hour. You need to earn at least $204 each week to pay your bills. Write a number of inequalities that shows the various numbers of hours you can work per job.
Bradley, read it to me.
The problem?
Yeah.
You can work a total of no more than 41 hours each week at your two jobs. House cleaning pays $5 an hour and your sales drop to $8 an hour. You need to earn at least $254 each week to pay your bills. Write a system of inequalities that shows the various numbers of hours that you can work at each job.
What is the word system telling me? Raising a hand.
Two more inequalities.
This is two inequalities. We're going to be graphing two inequalities on the same graph. And that's going to lead us to our solution area. Before we do that, we're going to define our variables. What two things are we really dealing with here? Tell your neighbor. Tell your neighbor. What two things are we dealing with? You got no neighbor. I'll be your neighbor. House cleaning and sales. Which one do you want to define as X?
House
Who thinks they can make the first equation? Inequality, excuse me. All right, Chris.
5x plus 8y is greater than or equal to 254.
There we go. This inequality tells me how many hours after work of each of them in order to make $254. That's a good, more than, greater than or equal to 254. What's the second inequality? You guys are going to let Chris take all of the honor and glory today. Nico.
Well, y plus x is less than 41.
There we go. What do x and y actually represent? What does x, let me just start with x. What does x represent? Tell your neighbor that. JJ, what does x represent?
How many hours you work at house for house cleaning?
Good, and what does y represent?
How many hours you work for this semester?
Good, so these are hours. And this is saying you've got to work less than 41 hours, less than equal to 41. Okay, on our graph paper, we got to figure out our scale. So let's set this guy up. What is x, the x-intercept on this? Not 5. I've got some calculators coming up.
50, like 5 point something.
50.8?
for X or for 5.
What's the y-intercept on this one?
Oh, I got this.
31.75.
31.
Good. What's the x-intercept on this equation?
41.
And what's the y-intercept on this equation? So what? So we've got to get up to a 50 on the x and a 40 on the y. So what kind of scale do you want to use here? 5s? On both of them?
Yeah.
Okay, 5s on both of them. Alright, so you guys said by 5s? See if you can with this. Ready? By 5s? This would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Is that 50 right there? Yeah, I can do 5. I'm still going by 5s, aren't I? The scale is 1 box is 5 units or 5 hours. 1 box is 5 hours. I just lightened up on, so I didn't put so many numbers. I'm going to do the same thing here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Good. I need 2 people.
I will be one.
You are always one. You're so willing to participate.
That's me.
It should be somebody new though that doesn't get to participate very often. That chooses not to. Can I have you come up? You want to come? Will you please come participate?
Me?
You.
Okay, but I was up yesterday.
You were up yesterday?
She wasn't.
How about you?
You were?
Will you come up today? Come on. Golf clap. Come on up.
Wait, both of us or just her?
Both of you. Come on. Golf clap for both of them. These things like this will make the class fun. Golf claps are fun. All right, pick a marker. I've got blue, black, red. Well, oh, I know. Green. Okay, green. So I want you to plot x equals 50.8 and y equals 31.7-ish. You know, x equals 50. Give me an x equals 50. That easy. Give me an x equals 50. There you go. X equals 50. And then y is about 31. Good. And let's connect those dots. Go for it. Solid or dashed, class? Solid. I'm trying to get out of your way. Pretty good. Nice.
Mr. Barre, you just dabbed again.
I know, that's what I do.
Oh, you should have been here on Monday. You would have seen him dab. It was pretty great.
Thank you. You can see.
He's like, I saw that.
Now, on this line,
I wanted it.
where do I want to shade? Above or below?
Above.
Above. This, and what does this region mean?
Making more. That region means that he went over. He exceeded the limit.
This is he's making lots of money, right? This is I'm making the money, I'm making the money. What is this?
He's making less than
I'm not making the money. What does this the line itself mean?
that he makes exactly.
He's making exactly the money. So what's this one mean?
Over.
Lots of money. What's this one mean?
Little money.
Little money. This one mean? Exactly the amount of money.
Do you want us to shade it? Or
Not yet, because we still have the other one to come in.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. 41 and 41.
Okay.
Pick a different color though. We're going with red. Give me a 41, 41. Ish.
Oh, man, you're too dark.
Okay. Ready? Solid or dashed?
Solid.
You got it. Good. Above or below?
Below.
Below. Below. So where's the region?
Right in the middle.
It's right in here.
Right there.
What does that region? What does that region mean in the context of the problem? What does that region mean? Chris.
That shaded area works in both.
That is what it means. Mathematically, that's what it means. That section works in both of these. The points in here work here and work here. What does that section mean in the context of the problem? Because this is real life word problem. I'm gonna go to Jackson. What is this?
That he made 250 or over dollars, or more, or the same as $250 in under or in 41 hours.
Cool. Can anybody tighten that up a little bit? Go for it.
He made more than $254, but in less than 41 hours.
Anybody? You're not wrong. Anybody tighten it up and don't even give me numbers.
Wait. Can you repeat that again, please?
What does this section mean in context, but I don't even want numbers?
I think I got it.
Okay, and I know it's tough because you're trying to figure out what does Mr. Barr want. I get it. Go
In
for
a
it.
certain amount of hours, he worked his two jobs and made the amount of money he needs.
Okay, now try it again, and then you'll see. Well, I'll say it eventually, and you'll see if you agree with the way I'm saying it. Go for it. What do you think? What does this mean?
How many hours he worked house cleaning and how many hours he worked sales together?
No, that's not what this section means in context. What does it mean?
How many hours he worked and how much money he made?
That's not what this. You're not wrong. It's just you're not.
He made enough money under the hour.
He's gotten the closest so far.
Oh,
Okay, you're getting close.
How much money he made in the time he worked?
No, that's not what it's telling me.
He made more money in less amount of time.
Anybody else want to give him a shot? You're the closest over there, but you're only halfway there. Okay, ready?
Oh wait.
Go for it.
The amount of money he made in
This section, ready? See if you like it. He made enough money, and he didn't work too many hours. Is that what that section is saying?
Yeah.
Technically, yes.
Well,
Wait.
what's the?
That's over the 41 hours you can't.
No. The red line. What is the red line telling us? It's the hours. He's got to stay under the red line, otherwise he's working too many hours, right? But he's got to stay above the green line, otherwise he's not making enough money. This section right here, he's making enough money, and he's not working too many hours. That's what's going on right here. What's up?
Isn't he making like more than enough money?
He's making enough money. Okay, he's making more than enough money, and he's not working too many hours. What's going on down here?
He's making more money, but in more than 41 hours.
Actually, that's not what this section is saying.
He's making more money.
He's making
No. What is Nico? What is this part telling me?
He didn't make enough money and he went over his hours.
He didn't make enough money, and he worked too many hours. This is the worst place to be. This is, man, I'm working hard and I'm not making my money. This is, I'm working and making my money. What's going on up here?
He's working too many hours.
He's working too many hours. Is he making enough money?
Yes.
Oh yeah, this is lots of hours, lots of money. What's going on down here?
Not enough money, not enough hours.
Not enough.
Little hours.
Yeah, he's not working very much, and he's not making very much. This is not, the hours are fine, but he's not making the money. Here, making the money, too many hours. Here, nothing's good. There, yeah. This is where you want to be, right up in there. All right. Woo!
So wouldn't you want to work that hard hours?
Well, so that's a question with life. And that's a question you'll ask yourself as you become an adult. Is it worth working a whole bunch of hours to make more money? Life is a trade-off. So if you look at a lot of high-end careers, those people put in a lot of hours. Like lawyers who make some lawyers make a lot of money. A lot of those people put in a lot of time. A lot of doctors put in a lot of
You
time.
have to put in a lot of money before they earn.
That's true.
I mean, not in a lot of money. You have to put in a lot of time before they earn money too.
Getting those degrees.
Yeah.
People in tech make some really good salaries. A lot of them work a lot of hours. And that's cool, but life is a trade-off. What do you want the money, you want the time? I don't know. There's some nice, it depends on you and your personality and what you want out of life. Okay, this is a good one. Before we get crazy, read the problem. And then we're going to get crazy.
So
We're not
crazy.
getting crazy.
I made it a place.
Yeah, gas is already fixed.
It's an old lesson.
Makes sense.
What two things are we dealing with here?
Gas.
And?
Money.
Nope.
Or
And
Diesel.
gas and diesel.
Gas and diesel. Unleaded and diesel. So which one should we make X?
X is unleaded fuel.
Unleaded.
Diesel, right.
Why?
Because I told you at the See if you can build the two inequalities for this.
I got one equality. I mean,
You've got two to build.
one.
You've got two to build.
Oh. Is it less than?
You're on the right path. I get 3x, 2y. Is it 3x, 2y? Is that 3x, 2y?
There's something
Is less than or equal to 18?
Yes.
There we go. There's our first one. Yes.
Could you write it 2y plus 3x? Or?
You could. Mathematically, we prefer x, y, alphabetical order.
Yeah.
So that's why I do x, y. But 2y plus 3x.
If you wrote that on a test, would you get that?
I'm not going to mark you wrong on it. Chris, you got my second equation?
I got your second.
Of course you did.
What can I say?
I'm happy to listen.
Like, when it's 3x was 2y, but you can't, like, do that. Like, it's a little changing by counts. There's no way that it can be less than, it's gonna have to be less than.
So, I'm with you. Let's see what the graph tells us, but I don't disagree with you. Can you give me the second equation?
Okay.
I'm going to go to Lizette. Can you give me the second equation?
X plus y is less than or equal to 5.
Good. What's our, let's start with our x. What's our x?
6.
X equals 6. What's our y?
9. Wait.
What's our x?
5.
And our y?
5.
So I need a scale.
1.
Ones, is that going to take up most of the graph though? We want to make these guys bigger.
2s.
Twos, so 2, 4, 6, 8. You're making it even smaller.
Well, because look, because it can be 2,
I wanna make it
4,
bigger.
6. Because in between 6 is 5.
Here,
Counting
you
by
show,
one.
here, get up here and show me what you want to do. Show it to me on the y-axis.
This is the way. Yeah.
Show it to me on the y.
This is the one.
Show me. Show me what kind of scale you want to use.
2.
And we want to take up the paper. Show. Stop right there. Okay, that's how far. Can anybody do a better scale? I want to make it bigger. I want to make it Greenlee, come on. That's not a bad scale. It's just going to make it so little teeny tiny. I don't want it to fit in my pocket. What's Greenlee going to go with?
Yeah, that's the highest thing I do.
What scale is that?
1.5.
Half scale. Each square, it represents half of a unit. Good. That's good. And then I'll do this one. I'm going to take the halves out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How far do I have to go? Do I have to get to 9 on this one? 9 on the 9 on the y. 5, 6, 7, 8. Good.
But then you have to get to 18 on the bottom.
I would have to get to 18 on the bottom.
Oh yeah, never mind.
I need two exciting people.
Me.
One, you are incredibly exciting, but I feel like it's going to be Miranda, and you get to pick the other person, Miranda.
Miranda, pick me.
That's how I'm going to make it more exciting. You're like a little fairy. Like,
I don't even know what we're doing it for, but
come on up. All right, Miranda, which one do you want? You want that equation or this one? You got the first one. It's yours. Okay. You plot those two things, and I'll get the ruler ready to go. She's putting the point at 6, and she's taking it away. And taking it to 9. Brilliant. 6. And I hold the ruler-ish. Wait. Let me line it up first. It's pretty close. Go. Go.
dab, Mr. Bar, dab.
Dabbing. Is it done? Does it look good? Perfect. Now, that's good. Above or below?
Below.
Below. What does below mean in context? Raising hands.
It has to be.
Raising hands or waiting for me to call upon you. Raise your hand.
No,
That it's less than or equal to 18.
In context, what does it mean?
That you spent less than 18.
Ah, spending less than $18. What does this area mean?
Just
spent
More
over.
than 18.
What does the line itself mean?
Now you spent
Spent
exactly.
18.
There we go. Okay. And you want me to shade under? Go.
That's a big dot.
It's a big dot. Wait. Go. What does this line mean in context?
You got exactly 5 gallons.
The line means I got exactly 5 gallons. Above the line? Above the line means
More.
Oh, you had more than 5 gallons.
below the line?
Less.
You less than.
Where do you want to be?
Less.
No,
Wanna be-
below.
Below, because I need to get less than 5 gallons. I don't have enough capacity or something. So where do I shade overall? Below. And that's what you're telling us at the start, wasn't it? Perfect. And we can see the graph is telling us the same thing. So what does this area mean in context? JJ.
Hold on. You got less than 5 gallons?
No numbers.
Without using
You,
the. Wait, so.
That's a beautiful one.
Chris.
Less gallons and less money.
I get what you're saying. In context, JJ.
how many gallons you got without going over your limit?
My limit of gallons or money?
Oh.
Tighten it up. What does this area mean? What does this region mean? Greenlee, give it a shot, man. Be bold. What does this region mean in context?
You got less. Yeah. You got less than the amount that you need for less money.
You're there. I think we can tighten it up though. Micah.
You have enough gallons and extra money?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You spent less money for the right amount of gallons.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. See if you agree with me. I didn't spend too much money, and I didn't get too much gas.
Yeah, sure.
But no, my limit on gas is a maximum, not a minimum. It's saying I cannot physically carry more than 5 gallons.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm filling it up in buckets or something, but I cannot, buckets of gas. That sounds like fun. What does this region tell me?
That you spent a
Over
lot of
$18
money and a lot of gas.
Okay, tell me, no numbers.
You spent over the limit.
Let me tell you, this one means I didn't spend too much money and I didn't get too much gas. Life is good. What does this area up here tell me?
You spent too much money and got too much gas.
Good. What does this region tell me?
You spent little money.
Okay, Bradley.
So you spent, you got too much gas and you spent the just right amount of money.
Okay, I didn't spend too much money, but I got too much gas. Alright, I have 2 options for you. We can either do salad or
Let's do babysitter.
babysitter. Okay, we're doing babysitter.
I decided for everybody.
And we'll do B for babysitting and T for number of hours tutoring.
So that's the big
Yes.
We forgot to label this guy.
You can label it now.
I don't know what it is.
It was diesel and gas.
There's diesel,
And you.
Diesel
Diesel.
bags.
okay, diesel, diesel and, what was the other one?
Unleaded crack gas.
Non-lead.
got two. You got any equations? Are you gonna be my new exciting person? JJ, I think it's gonna be JJ and Chris. All right, JJ and Chris. But it's gonna be different. Come on, JJ and Chris.
Okay. Are we going up there?
Get up there.
Whoa, alright, let me get my marker.
You can use one of mine.
Okay, I'll use it.
I'm gonna be a sit-down teacher. Oh gosh, I just shocked myself. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear your voice.
That
Okay. First off, here's what it's like. Will you create one of the equations?
Yes.
JJ. Sure.
I'll see what you.
Okay, so it looks like Chris. Oh, stop right there. Oh no. Where's the 49 coming from?
The 7 hours. Yeah.
Hey,
She already tutored for 7 hours.
JJ.
I got X plus Y.
Drop. Get rid of the 49. You get rid of your 49. Ah. Okay. Gotcha. Let's start with.
That's 7.
It's a different problem.
Okay.
Let's start with the first equation. You can do the apple banana equation for this. Okay, what's the apple banana equation?
It's x. Wait, yeah.
4x?
4x, yeah.
Okay.
Plus 7t. Wait, y, sorry. Is greater than. Wait, left. Yes, greater than. Then, 65. That's gonna be it.
That's our first equation. That's the money equation. Yes.
It says she wants to work more than 65.
She wants to make more than 65.
Yeah.
So to get rid of this. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. I like that. But the second piece of this, she is already tutored for more than 7 hours.
So will that be 49 already?
Oh, it was it.
Y is greater.
It'd be X plus 7 is greater than.
Is it Y
Wait,
is greater than equal
wait,
to
what?
Eight.
Or is it
Y is greater
Y.
than or equal to 7.
Oh, no, it'd go.
Yeah.
Those are my two equations.
No, because it's.
How would you minus 49?
Wait, tutoring is Y though. I mean, I get what you.
So like 4x plus 7y.
But-
Minus 49 is already 7.
So you're saying 4x plus 7y would actually be greater than 49, 50, 65? 50.
That doesn't make sense.
But- But I understand what you're doing. You're taking that 7 hours and turning it into money, aren't you? The tutoring,
Yeah.
7 times 7 is 40. I get what you're doing. I don't think this is going to work, but we'll look at it. All right, let's do our scale. This has to get up to 7. This has to get up to,
65.
We
No.
can do 0.5.
is it
60.25.
16.25?
So we can do more.
This has to get up to
9.3.
yeah, ones. Okay, let's go by ones.
Why is it equal to what? For that side.
Two people to graph. Greenlee, you're gonna be one of my two people to graph. Nico, have you been up today?
No.
Will you be the second person to graph?
Yeah.
I know, Micah, you haven't been up today. I got you. I hear you. I see you back there. Which one are you gonna do?
I'm gonna do Y.
Equals 7. You're gonna do y equals 9.3. Okay, that's cool. Yep. Your decision. Good. And then you're gonna do the x that goes with that. That's a good point. I guess Greenlee's gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm confused.
We're graphing this line right here.
So you're going to get those.
And solid or dashed?
Dash.
Okay. Man, big dashes. That's okay, because I can fix it. More perfect. Do you want to be above or below that line?
Above.
Above. That's the money line. I want to be above that one. Can you graph this? Y equals 7. Solid. You want a ruler? How do you want to put the ruler? There is no X point.
Oh, so it'd be 1, the X would be 0 and the Y would be
Look at that guy right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good. Above or below?
Below, yeah. No, it's above.
It's above. I've already worked 7. I am already up here. This is the region that works. I'm making enough money, and it accounts for the fact that I've already worked 7 hours. This region doesn't make sense because it doesn't account for the fact that I've already worked 7 hours.
What about that little middle part?
This little guy right here, I don't make enough money here. It accounts for the hours that I've already worked, but I don't get enough money.
Oh, yeah, it's below the red line.
Yep. Now, Chris, I'm going to look at yours and see, because this is the region. This is the region where I make enough money, and it accounts for the fact that I've already worked 7 hours. Now, I feel like yours isn't going to work because it's just going to be a straight line. Yeah, see, this is going to give me some other weird line that's just, it's not going to account for the 7 hours I've already worked. Sorry, Chris.
You still get the same answer.
I wouldn't though, because this is the region.
Oh.
Every point in this region makes me enough money, and it accounts for the fact that I've already worked 7 hours.
But if you put any number above that region into this equation, it won't work.
Right, but, okay, give me the X and the Y here.
There is no.
65 divided by 4.
It's the one above that. It's not that. That's
This
not-
is the same equation. All I did is I added 49 to those sides, so I could graph it.
Well, I'll just keep going this way.
15, 16.75 or something, what is it?
16.25.
16.25.
And 65 divided by 7. That'd be like 9.2857.
Okay.
It's 80%.
X equals 16.2
No. It look 80%.
and 9.28?
Wait, aren't they the
Oh,
same
it equals the same
equation?
thing. So you're just saying this line, but this point doesn't make sense. What does this point mean? What does 13, comma 4 mean?
That it's more than,
What does 13, comma 4 mean in context?
that she made enough money, but.
No, what is the third, what is this, label it, what is this?
The Y.
Oh, the.
The tutoring.
This is tutoring? No, this is tutoring.
No, it's sorry, the Y is there.
And this is babies?
Yeah.
It's not she made enough money, but.
What does 13, comma 4 mean?
She worked 13 hours for babysitting and 4 hours for tutoring.
Good.
That doesn't.
She made enough money, but it doesn't make sense because how many hours babysitting did she already do? Or tutoring did she already do? 7? She already worked. So this point doesn't make sense. How about this point? What does this one mean? What does 10? What's 10.8 mean?
That she worked 10 hours for babysitting and 8 hours of tutoring.
And this makes sense, because we know she worked 7 hours of tutoring, I guess she worked another hour of tutoring. And did she make enough money?
Yes.
Yes. What does this point mean?
She
1,8.
she worked 1 hour of babysitting and 8 hours of tutoring.
Did she make enough money?
No. Yes.
She didn't, no, she didn't make enough money. That's underneath this line. Didn't make enough money though.
Okay.
All right, that's it. I know that was a long lesson. You guys did a really good job and didn't totally zone out, I think. Maybe just a little bit of zoning out, a little bit.
It happens often.
Often?
Often.
In my class?
No.
Okay.
Just like
Not in my class, Mr. Barr. Your class, Mr. Barr, is my most favorite, most interesting class.
I'll be honest.
You're too kind.
Favorite math class.
What's my favorite math class?
Yeah. No, I'm saying it's her favorite math class.
Yeah, it
Only
is.
Math class.
It's her favorite math class this year. It's her only math class this year. I'm saying goodbye right now. Goodbye. I'm putting you away. Goodbye, my little live stream friends. You're going in the corner. You have to be over here in the corner for the rest of the day. Bye-bye. You can be here with the thinking mouse.